Hello and welcome to the 90 Minute Fever Twitch stream. I am Steve, manager of Strictly Butterside Up, and I'm joined as always by Con, manager of Athens Owls, and by Nick, who is manager of Wanderers FC. In today's stream, we will, as always, be reviewing the season and testing your knowledge with our end of season quiz, but just to give everyone a few minutes to join in before we get fully into it. Just ask you how your seasons went, gents. Con?
Yeah, something spectacular happened this season. I won a trophy for the first time. So yeah, finally I have something to show in my cabinet. Apart from that, so-and-so. I mean, I avoided relegation, which is my goal, always. So yeah, okay. Mid-table, so-and-so.
Too bad. It's good to hear you got a trophy in the cabinet though, mate. So, was looking barren last time I looked, so...
yeah.
So how about you, Nick? How'd it go? How's Wanderer's journey going?
Good, I think. Good, got promoted. That was the main goal, of course. It's hard to win anything except your league, I guess, if you're not in the top division, but had a go. We came second in the league, probably, I think, by a country mile, the closest title race I've ever had in any season in Beta Real Life. So it was really entertaining, cutthroat season from that perspective. So it was a good season. We didn't win, but it was enjoyable. It was a very enjoyable season. So it was good, and we got promoted. So goal achieved, but yeah, that's that. I guess. We will have a quick look at it anyway when we look at the Division 2 promotion spots. So
yeah. I guess we're going to it a little bit more then.
Good fun season.
Good, excellent. Okay, right. I think that's given people a couple of minutes to join. So hopefully everyone who wants to get involved can join in and get involved. Let me take you through the format of the show for any of the new guys out there. What we usually do is Con and I will have a review of the season, and we'll do that in a few bits. So we'll do 4 FAs. We only tend to do the top divisions and maybe the promotions places in the division below, because we tried to do every division a few months ago, and it just took far too long, and I'm sure everyone was getting very, very tired of mine and Con's voices. So we'll focus on the top divisions, but we'll also take a look at the cups as well, and anything else that happens to catch our eye. We tend to split this up, as I say. So the first 4 FAs we'll do, and then we'll do part 1 of the quiz. We'll go on to the next 4 FAs, go on to part 2 of the quiz, and then we'll review the inter FA competitions, so the SP Cup, 90 Minute Fever Cup, Cup Holders Cup, and then we'll complete the quiz. Before we start, I'll quickly take you through how the quiz will work, just to give you time to get yourself prepared for it if you fancy joining in. Hopefully everyone will. Hopefully you can all see my screen, and looking here you can see I've got a tab called Quiz. That's what we'll be using today. So we'll be using that so everybody puts, if you want to answer any questions, this is where you have to answer them. Any answers in the world or the help or any other channel won't count. It has to be into the quiz channel. So if you haven't got the quiz channel already, it's quite simple to add it. So if you're on the interface here, you go to this channels button here, click the plus, scroll down until you find quiz, which will be one of the main ones. Click that, and then just click the join button. Obviously, I'm already in it, so I won't join there. So click join, and that will get you in, and you can join in. So that, just wanted to go through that quickly before we start. But right, Con, let's make a start, shall we?
Yep.
So we'll kick off the season review. We'll do it in the usual order. So we'll do it in time order, and we'll start with the early morning FA. So now, last season, Darko was dominant here, I think, and won the title.
Won the title in the FA Cup. Yeah.
I think he's taken a bit of a break this month, so he's definitely fallen away this month, as you'd expect if you're not there to manage your games. Hopefully he'll come back at some point, but yes, so that probably explains why he's a long way off the pace. And it looks like the A team have taken full advantage, and that's 10-point 10-point margin. That's a pretty dominant performance from the A team. Purple Monkey Dishwashers, interesting team name. They've given them a pretty good run for their money. 77 points. That's always a good effort.
Yeah.
But the A team look like they've had that sewn up. It's maybe a 2-horse race. It's difficult to know how their season finished, isn't it?
Yeah, and I want to draw your attention to the GF column, to the goals for. You'll see this is going to be a recurring pattern now in the other phase. It just shows you how tough things are and how competitive things are, that you don't get all these 100+ goals anymore. You don't get all these teams that are thrashing everyone, and it's testimony that things have gone a lot more competitive.
Yes, I think you're right. The top divisions in particular, you definitely see some big points, big goals tallies in some of the lower divisions when there's quite a few inactive teams. But the top divisions, you don't see a lot of that, do you? Be interested to see if anyone topped 100 goals in the top divisions this year. We'll have to have a look as we go through. But yeah, so it's certainly a lot more realistic, I think. The number of goals being scored now. So well done, A team. Congratulations on winning the early morning FA title. Congratulations to Purple Monkey Dishwashers, No Fuchs given, and 780's Procrastination, as they have taken the all-important SP Cup spots. For those who are new to the game, the SP Cup is the equivalent of the Champions League, I guess. It's the big competition you want to try and get into if you're one of the big sides, and it's really good for your team's reputation. And some of the top divisions are very, very competitive. It's very difficult to get into at times. So it's always an achievement just to make the top 4, I always think. Unlucky to NHAT KV and Verbus and Liquor and Balkan, even reasonably inactive, still up there. Like a greasy chip butty, also not a million miles away. But so congratulations to them. The other end of the table, looks like it's all done and dusted. Yeah, the bottom 3 are a bit more adrift. So they'll be popping down to Division 2. So let's have a look and see who is replacing them.
Yeah.
So Division 2, FC Juventus, 92 points, good title season, and the next 2 have got 1 game left, but they can't catch. So yeah, Itchen Saints going up very comfortably as well. I'm just going to put it in that order so I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, I just order it by position rather than projected position, just for these ones. I guess some people probably find it easier the other way, but I always find it easier to work out what's going on when they're in position order. And Guiseley and Woodstar have taken 3rd and 4th place, so they will be playing top flight football next season. So congratulations to them. Let's have a quick look at the cup, shall we?
Yes, that Balkan, I think he's in the top 3 most strongest teams in the game world. Yeah? I think.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, he's got a very, very strong side. But
It's the 3rd highest reputation. I guess that's the shock that he finished 8th. But on the other hand, for someone who wasn't playing that actively, I think he did fine.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so he took the FA Cup last season as well, so we'll have a quick look and see how that went this year. It looks like Purple Monkey Dishwashers are runners-up here as well, so they'll be a bit disappointed there. Runners-up in the league and runners-up in the Cup as well. Pretty tight final, actually. Rudy Voller gets the one and only goal of the game. So, it looks like, it was a pretty tight game. Not much in it there. And it's an early goal. And I guess, looking at the tactics there, they may have tried to sit out the 1-0 there, going defensive. Or maybe they just did that late on, who knows. But either way, they look like they've managed the game well. And bit of an upset, I guess, if they're 10th place finishers beating the runners-up. So, congratulations to Nycordem 4, I guess that's the team name. I always like to mention the semi-finalists here as well, because it's always difficult to get all the way through. So Verbus United are another top flight side, and Tornado made the semi-finals, so they just missed out. Looks like Nycordem we're winning by the odd goal all the way through. So
Yes.
winning those tight games, which is always 2-1 in the previous round as well. Let's see if it went all the way down, shall we? Where's the second round game? Just curious now.
Wow, 15-0 for Balkan. Okay.
I'm guessing that was an early season game.
Yeah.
But, anyway, I can't quite see their second round game, but there they are. Oh, 1-0 again. Yes,
1-0,
I'm loving
1-0,
this.
yeah.
Let's see if they've gone for a full set of. Don't know if they played the first round. Oh no, they ruined it by winning the first round by more. But I am liking the 1-goal victories. Quality.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, let's have a look at the Community Trophy. And Tornado, one of the semi-finalists of the FA Cup, they were the holders here. Purple Monkey Dishwashers. They didn't come out.
Go.
They didn't come out trophyless. So well done to them. Looks like they beat NHAC KV in the final here. And Torkel what's that going to be? Bernasconi? Yeah, Bernasconi. Looks like he was 2-goal hero in that one. So congratulations to.
He was lucky that NHAC had a red card as well in the beginning.
Yes.
Although it's not always guaranteed that you're going to win. It's
but a goal up and them man
because
down,
then the opponent changes a lot of things,
trouble.
and sometimes all the things that they change work for their advantage. But in this case, I guess this red card, it cost him. He tried to change some things. I see he made some subs later on, but.
Yes, it's always going to be tough though. Down to 10, that's really unlucky because clearly there was no booking beforehand. So the straight reds are hard to manage. You can't really if you get a booking before and you don't take them off, then you could definitely argue you could have done something about it. But when you get a straight red early on in the game, it's sort of a nightmare scenario, especially in a final, isn't it? So so bad luck to NHAC KV, but congratulations to Purple Monkey Dishwashers. Let's go on to the second FA. I think we went through everything in that one. Right, late morning FA, 4 divisions in this one. As I say, we'll just be focusing on the top. And Rossonero, one of the biggest sides in the game at the moment, they're retained their title, and they have been banging goals in.
Ah, well, okay.
So that's a hell of an effort. Only 1 loss all season. So I think they've clearly got a very, very strong side to be able to still be banging in the goals. I would say this division in general is a little bit higher scoring than the early morning FA. You can tell by the goals scored. I think Balkan had the highest number of goals, and they were below 80, I think. So this one, there's quite a lot of sides. So I think a lot of teams playing attacking tactics in this division by the look of it. Certainly.
It seems like they're all focusing on having a very strong attacking side, and nobody's spending any money on their defense.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I think the relegated sides as well could be fairly inactive. I'm guessing, judging by their goal differences and the point style. So I guess that's probably a bit to do with it as well. But there's some good sides in the top part of this division. So no mean feat winning back-to-back titles. So congratulations to Rossonero. Hard luck to Ristic United, another side you will see in and around the SP Cup. So they'll be disappointed to be runners-up, but they were right up there. Sensible Soccer, Nerve Palace, they'll claim the SP Cup spots. And Guernsey Kiwi Fruits are a little unlucky to miss out on the SP Cup with 77 points. You'd normally be getting there with that kind of total. Polska, Universal Imports, not a million miles behind there, but I think that's it's a fairly spread out.
Someone will be left out always. They're all big names here, so there's only 4 spots.
Yeah,
so someone is always going to be left out.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see who's going to be coming up to join the big boys. Right, big points total for the local Devils, who have won the LMFA Division 2 title. The Crushionators, GNK Dynamo Jelenovac. Yeah, we'll go with that. And Forest Green Rovers. Very much higher than their conference equivalent. That's, I think Forest Green Rovers are, I believe, a conference side in England, or they used to be. I don't know if they're still there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I remember choosing them on FM once or twice, I think. many years back. Anyway, yeah, so those 4 are going up and they'll be in the top division. So congratulations to them. Yep, just double checking that. All right, let's have a quick look at the cups. So Nerve Palace are the cup holders. Oh, 0-0 penalty shootout victory for the league runners-up, Ristic United. We love a penalty shootout. Right, here we go. Okay, yes, so let's see what happened in this game. Nothing whole game, no sendings off or anything, just a very tight game by the look of it. No one wanted to give too much away. Ristic playing pretty defensive towards the end, and maybe they were confident in their penalties. Who knows? So yeah, went to a penalty shootout and looks like sudden death penalties as well. Let's scroll this over, shall we? See who the hero was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sudden death penalties.
Oh,
Petanekis was the Ristic hero as he earned the trophy. So unlucky to Guernsey Kiwis. I think they probably edged, looking at those shots on target, they edged the final, but Ristic dug in and won it on penalties. So congratulations to them. Guernsey knocked out the league champions in the semi-final, so they'll be a bit disappointed, obviously, as well. Some big sides. I think these 4 semi-finalists, 4 of the top 5 in the league, I think, actually. So, some dominating sides there. So, Nerve Palace being the other losing semi-finalist. Okay, let's see what happened in the Community Trophy. And the league champions were the holders. And it looks like Nerve Palace were a bit of a cup team. They were semi-finals the other one, and looks like they have won the final of the Community Trophy. Slightly against the run of play, perhaps. Doesn't always tell the story, but looks like Nerve Palace really got on it first half, 3-0 up. And then maybe maybe they just tightened up a little bit and allowed a few shots to come in. So it's difficult to know when you just see the summary, obviously.
Exactly.
At University of Port's got 1 back, but 3-0 down at half time is always very, very tough to come back from. So congratulations to Sir Ev, I think is Nerve Palace's manager. So congratulations to him. Local Devils, the Division 2 champions, got to the semi-final of this cup, so that's a good effort.
Nice.
And Ristic were involved at the business end again. Okay, that's the first 2 done. We can do a couple more and then we'll do part 1 of the quiz. So, early afternoon FA. Right, now, I think this is your terrain, Con.
So now that Nick is out of the way, it was pretty easy. Well, not so easy. Neos Cosmos won it. He was a favorite to win this league. The surprise is Team RB, who has surprised, a very pleasant surprise. He always used to be. He's progressing each season. He's getting better and better and better and better. Last season he missed it for a little bit. He finished 5th, and before that he was like 10th. So now it's very interesting for me when I see these sort of stories where teams are getting better and better each season. And now he managed to finish 2nd. So. And I guess he could, if he was a bit more lucky, he could even have won it. He only lost for 3 points. He missed the championship. Carnage finished 3rd. Raydox once again did a very nice season, finished 4th. Hydel Athletic, again, another success story. He's a new user. He joined a few seasons ago. On his first season, he finished 1st in Division 3, then 1st in Division 2, then he came mid-table in Division 1, and look at him now, he's 5th. So you see, there's a lot of teams who are getting better and better and better, who are having upwards trends. And this, to me, says one thing, that next season is going to be very, very tough here. It's going to be very tough, because we have Nick coming, who got promoted from Division 2. We have Feta Cheese, who seems to have given him quite a tough job, meaning that he's probably going to be also very good. And we have also, well, you're going to check later in Division 2.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a moment. Yeah,
we can let Nick talk about that.
Yeah.
But here, things are, I guess the shock is there any shocks here? Maybe Jazz. I was expecting maybe Jazz to finish in the top 4, top 5. He dropped a bit.
Yeah.
He went all the way to the 13th spot. And Phantoms maybe had a bit of bad season.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. So
yeah, I'm quite impressed. Team RB got so close to Neos Cosmos. I think Neos Cosmos are one of the best sides in the game world. So they're the manager's pretty good tactically. He's tough guy to beat. Nick was always saying he's a really tough rival. So that's a pretty good effort. But I think is that 2 in a row or 3 in a row for Neos Cosmos? 2 maybe. But
he has 3 in total, I think.
Yeah.
But it's 2 in a row, right? No. This is the third. This is the third in a row, I think. Right.
Nice.
No, he's won the last 2.
He's won the last.
He's won the last 2
season and the season before that because you were absent.
You can
and
check,
now he won this.
I think he might have won 2 at some point in the past as well. I think it might be his 4th.
Yeah.
Cool. So congratulations to Neos Cosmos, another league title, and really congratulations to Team RB for running them so close. AFC Carnage and Raydoxia into the SP Cup again. Raydoxia, I think that's 3 seasons in a row they've got in there. I don't recognise AFC Carnage, so if they've come from
I think they've renamed their club. I think. If I'm.
That might be why.
Maybe is that Roy? I'm not sure. I can't remember. To be honest, I'll check. It's a bit embarrassing.
I don't know my quick look. I don't recognise the username.
Maybe it's a new. Okay.
So new user. So fair play.
If that's a new user, then we have yet another contestant to worry about. So
looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, that's that definitely.
Because if he's doing that well now, imagine what he's going to do in a couple of seasons.
Yeah, that's fearsome. Was that 2nd or 3rd season? I think 3rd season. Finishing 3rd in the top flight and into SP Cup territory, and that will do his rep no harm at all. So even if he misses out next season, that's a massive plus to your rep if you get into the SP Cup, sort of unexpectedly, I think.
My goal next season is to avoid relegation. I've said it. I'm not embarrassed to say it. Yeah.
We'll talk about your cup triumph in a minute, mate. Okay. Let's see who's coming up to join him and bring Nick in for this. I think this is Nick's division. Hell of a title race here. So do you want to talk us through it quickly, Nick?
Quickly. It was a hell of a race, I guess. I think you summed it up. It was, I think Fair Cheese always had sort of the upper hand, and then very late on, I think the initiative sort of switched to me, and then in back-to-back matches, PCCFC beat both Fair Cheese and then ourselves, and all of a sudden they come straight into the race as well. And I think with 4 matches left, we all of us won our last 4 matches, I think, and. With 1 match to go, Federcheese and ourselves both had the same points and the same goal difference.
Nice.
But unfortunately, their last match was against Fish FC. And our last match was against TSV Bomb. So, unfortunately, they just won, 8-0 or something like that. And that was that pretty much. But yeah, it was very intense the whole season. It was just every single match you just knew. You just always knew that if you just dropped 1 point in any given match, it could cost you the league. It always felt. I've never felt like that before. Every single match, it just felt like every goal mattered. Conceding, winning 3-0 when you could have won 4-0, it could cost you the league. Or losing 3-0 when you could have lost 3-1, it could cost you the league. It felt like that the whole way, and it actually ended up being that in the end. All of those little bits mattered. 1 extra point, or just scoring some extra goals, or conceding some less goals, it all could have made the difference in the end for all of the top 3 teams. So it was very interesting, and I think also all 3 of us we might have picked up, some of us have picked up a couple players towards the second half of the season, but I think by and large, we all got skeleton squads in regards to, well, not skeleton squads in depth, but just really low squad values, basically, which means that all three of us have some money after a few seasons of accumulating it all. So we might be competitive next season if we spend it wisely, what we have, each of us independently. And outside of that, there was a couple big clubs. I think Inter Rosie and Borussia Dortmund both had big squads. Squads perhaps that were worth more than the whole rest of the division combined. That makes them each independently. So, but I think we had a couple casual users in this league. I think the top 6, 7 maybe were on a fair bit, and there's a couple other casuals, and I think the rest we had quite a few inactive teams. All the ones at the bottom, I'm pretty sure, are inactive. The bottom 8 or 10. So, or at least they were inactive for the second half of the season. I can't quite remember the start. Although I think I have a feeling maybe Fish FC, I actually played my first match against them live. So a few of them, maybe they're just casual, but users you saw online the most are all the ones that are at the top half of the table, and the ones that you rarely saw are all the bottom half. So
cool.
It was good. Sorry, that's too much for a Division 2 round.
Well, it was good. It was a good race, at least. So yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the cups then. See if either you two had a big cup run. I think we know the answer to that. Right. Rhodoxia have beaten the champions in the cup final. So it looks like they just about edged it as well. So a couple of goals right at the start of the second half. And Rhodoxia have got this trophy in their cabinet. It's always good to beat a team like Neos Cosmos as well. They're a very good side. So congratulations to Gavin, who's Rhodoxia's manager.
Yep.
And Phantoms were dispatched in the semi-final by Rhodoxia. Team RB, so top of the table clash in the semi-final was there as well. Taken out by Neos Cosmos. Community trophy. Come on, Con. Talk us through this final then. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Really, it was, Neos Cosmos is always the favorite coming into this match. And I was just saying, I don't want to get embarrassed here. I don't want to lose by 10 goals. I scored a very fast goal, and then suddenly I went all defensive. I don't know. I tried my best. I was pausing. I was sweating. I didn't know what to do. It was very, very stressful. We had a great time. We had a lot of banter between us. It was good. It was one of my favorite matches to date. And then man of the match, my newest signing this season, Milosevic, at 30 years of age. He is as good as 20 years of age. He's very good. He did very well. He scored 2 goals. He scores when it matters, and here it mattered, and he gave me the win.
That's what you get when you sign a big game player, I guess. Yeah, so that actually sort of demonstrates how useful the older players still are. Even though you see a couple of red arrows in there, he's still pretty handy, isn't he? And he's clearly made the difference to you and put something in that trophy cabinet. So congratulations, Con. Well done, mate.
Thanks.
Let's have a look. Looks like, Rhodoxia and Neos Cosmos had some good battles here. I'm just going to have a very quick look at that. Yes, Neos Cosmos just, looks like Gav was holding on there, but Neos Cosmos knock him out on penalties, and another semi-final for Team RB. But
it is a bit of a butterfly effect. I mean, if Rhodox had won in the penalties, then I might have lost, because I always lose. I have a very bad tradition against Rhodox.
Everyone has a bogey team, don't they? Okay, right, we're going to move on to late afternoon FA. Okay, quickly, and then we'll go onto part 1 of the quiz. Okay, Gardenstown United are the champions. They've been around a few seasons now. Believe that might be their first title, so big congratulations to them. I may be wrong on that. I'm going to check that, because maybe just be talking absolute rubbish. There we go. So assuming you didn't win it today, then
yeah.
So I think it gets updated overnight, does it? The
no.
Or is that the end of the season one? So maybe it's the second.
Yeah, it's in the end of the season. So
okay, so it's second. So that might have been a low division championship, possibly. Yeah. Either way, so it's a good effort. 11 points clear. So that's yeah, they've got to be pretty pleased with that. And look how close it was for the SP Cup spots there. 74, 73, 73, 73, and Red Barrel Double Diamond, which I think is Roy's team, isn't it? Are the unlucky ones who had just missed out on goal difference. So bad luck to, assuming it is Roy.
So yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Congratulations to Barcelona, Comfortably Numb, and Woodburn, who are all well-known teams in the game world. Some good sides here again. I seem to remember Control Alt Elite. They were a One Nation Ukrainian. Is it Ukrainian? I think. So
I can't remember.
Champions last season or the season before.
Is he still Ukrainian? Let's see.
I think it was Ukraine. It was.
Yeah. Wow.
So that was a hell of an effort to win the title with that. So obviously find it difficult to replicate. And O Maestro weren't a million miles off the SP Cup either. Boogie Nights sort of in between the challengers and the guys below there. So congratulations Gardenstown for the win. Not quite as many goals in this division, you might notice. Woodburn got pretty close to the century, but no one else really. Let's see who's going to be joining them next season. RU Klein are the champions of Division 2. Royston Rovers, BS Squad, and Brutal Deluxe are the other teams going.
I remember Brutal Deluxe.
Yeah, been around a while, haven't they?
Yeah.
So maybe a bit of a resurgence from them. Grove United just miss out, so unlucky. Hopefully they'll get up next season. Okay, where are we? Now, Comfortably Numb were the cup holders, and they have retained it. So
well done.
And they're beating the league
champions.
Yeah. So well done to them, and deserved victory by the look of it. Looks like they were 2 first half goals, and then are on top. So a pretty successful season for them. SP Cup football and a trophy into the cabinet, so they'll be pretty happy with that, I'm sure. Barcelona and Woodburn, again, top 4 teams get into those semi-finals. So, big teams at the business end of the competition again. They've just missed out. Okay, so hell of a season for Control Alt Elite last season, as you can tell. So let's see if they manage to retain this.
Any consolation here? No.
No, not this season. And it's Barcelona who I think they finished second, if I remember. And Boogie Nights, who were sort of upper mid-table. Looks like a very tight final, actually. Not a lot in it. Boogie Nights got their noses in front early on.
Started nicely,
Yeah, so Dirk's been around a little while as well. Definitely loves a transfer. I'm sure he probably had every player in the game world by now, I think. So Barcelona take this one, and big congratulations to them. Let's just see who had a cup run.
So Barcelona did okay. They won this and they finished runners up, so not bad.
Yeah, good effort. Comfortably Numb, obviously a cup team, just missed out there. And Boodley, who I think finished just below Boogie Nights in the league, if I remember. So, okay, right, that's the first part of the review. I know sometimes there's quite a lot to get through, so we do split this up. We're going to move over to the quiz. Just a reminder, I'm going to say earlier, sorry, I said it earlier, but I'll just go through it again for anyone who joined late. If you want to join in the quiz, all answers to the quiz must be in the quiz tab. So make sure you move across to the quiz tab. If you haven't got the tab there, click on channels, scroll down, select quiz, select join. Okay, and then you can join in. We've got 3 sections in the quiz today. Nick will tell you a little bit more about that. We should quickly just tell you who the champion is. I'm going to get it right this month because I may have got it wrong last month. The champion is definitely Lax because he dominated the Reborn Legends round last month. So we'll find out if that was a fluke or not. because I think he got every question in the Reborn Legends round, which is pretty impressive. Came from nowhere to win the quiz. So let's see if he can repeat that, or if someone can take that coveted Q icon.
Yeah, that was very impressive, Lex. Very impressive.
It was very impressive. I don't think anyone's ever got every question in a section.
Yeah.
Right, it's pretty difficult.
And fast, huh? Pretty fast as well.
Yeah, a couple of them were lightning, weren't they? We had loads of good clues written down and didn't get to say them. Right, okay, right. We'll hand you over to Nick here, because Nick runs the quiz part of it. And good luck, everyone.
All right, so the format, we're going to go with the same format as we did last month. So the first round, which is now, will be club football, general knowledge, just general knowledge questions about real life football. Round 2 later on will be general knowledge, but about international football. And then round 3 will be Who Am I section, and all the answers will be Reborn Legends who were added into the game this month. So there was 100 of them, so there'll be 100 possible answers to those questions. We'll cover those rounds when we get there. So for now, just general knowledge about club football. Some of the questions have multiple answers. Where that's the case, there'll be 1 point per correct answer. A single user can get many of the answers if they get them correct, and multiple points. And some of the questions just have one answer. So without further ado, let's just get on with it. So the first question is, other than Rangers and Celtic, only 6 clubs have won the Scottish top flight since 1945. Name them.
Motherwell haven't. Aberdeen have. Hearts have. Hibs have. Who else? Dundee United, yep, that one's right as well. Third Lanark and St Mirren haven't. Third Lanark won it well before 1945. So I think most of them have come through there. I believe there's definitely still one that I haven't seen yet. Obviously, we accept the first answer that comes up in chat as far as my screen is concerned. I know sometimes they come in different orders, so... Okay, Kilmarnock, there we go. That's the last. Is that all 6? I think it might be.
Yeah, I think so. Also, it was quite late on, wasn't it? Dundee wasn't mentioned till quite late on, was it?
Let's have a look. Was Dundee in there?
That was one of them.
There we go. Yeah. Right, let's see. So I'll scroll down so you can note the
Mr.
answers.
G got it first, I think.
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
The Dundee one.
Clinical Daz gets a point for Aberdeen.
Okay.
Rabbit gets a point for Hearts.
Okay.
Kilimandros gets Hibs.
All right.
Woody gets Dundee United.
Okay.
What's that, 4 so far, isn't it?
That's 4 so far.
Mr. G gets Dundee. And Cheese gets Kilmarnock. I'm pretty sure that's the lot. Some of the other teams mentioned did win the league, but it was well before 1945. So, only 6 other clubs since 1945 won the Scottish top flight.
I'll just paste the answers in for reference. Should have done it a bit earlier, sorry. But there we go. Let's move on to question 2. Are you ready, Con? Or can you
Yeah.
For me to move on? Okay, so only 2 players have scored a hat-trick of headed goals in a Premier League game. Name them.
Haven't seen anyone yet. Oh, yeah, there we go. Adam's got one.
Yeah, Adam's got one. It was my instant thought when I read that question.
Yeah, Big Dunk loved the header.
Popped into my head was Big Dunk. It was the first thought. But the other one, I must have missed the match when it happened. I had no idea.
The other one was pretty recent. As a little clue. When I say pretty recent, it was quite recent. There you go. Lax has got it.
Okay, so 1 point for Lax.
Beaten Rabbit by a millisecond there. There's nothing in that. Both written it, and Lax win. Maybe Lax won it because he didn't capitalise the R. Maybe that's the difference. Right. So
who got Duncan? I think it was Adam.
Yeah, Adam got.
All right.
Right, so the next question is who is the highest non-German goal scorer in modern Bundesliga history?
Non-German, huh?
Yep, non-German.
Yeah, they're both Polish, aren't they? But it's not the answer. It's not the correct.
Well,
I don't know.
Podolski plays for Scotland, doesn't he? Scotland. Podolski plays for Germany, doesn't he? So
they were born in Poland, but they got German nationality. Yeah.
Do we have a controversy on our hands? The answers come on.
No, because I think Pizarro is the highest out of them anyway, isn't it?
Correct answer, regardless.
I believe so.
Yeah. So Ristic wins this one, right?
Yep, Ristic 2. Yeah. Took that one.
Right, so the next question, which player played over 200 Premier League matches and didn't receive a single yellow card in the competition?
Oh.
I didn't know this.
It's Premier League clinical, Daz and Adam. And Killiman, right? Everyone's thinking this. So Lineker didn't play 200 games in the Premier League.
Lampard was also known for his clean play, but
he definitely got booked a few times. Though.
Yeah. I think he never got a red card or something like that, but.
Yeah. But not a single yellow card. It's pretty.
It's unbelievable in 200 games, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's hard. There's not. Yeah.
I'll give you a clue. Should we give a clue on this one? I think we probably should.
Yeah, I'll just paste it in at the same time.
Yeah,
so
paste in the clue. Yeah.
So the clue is he may well have been booked in the old Division 1 before it became the Premier League. He's definitely a player that everybody would know.
Definitely, surely.
Well, maybe not literally everybody, but it's a very well-known player, at least as well-known as half the answers listed here.
Good. We've stumped people for a change. I like it when we occasionally stump people, especially after Lax getting the questions after literally a second. A couple of the Reborn Legends ones last time.
Are we going to force the answer through here, Steve? I'll start finding some other clues.
Got him.
We're going to... Yeah, we'll do it. So let me... He was...
Do we get
English? Yeah. There's a clue.
Yeah. I guess the next clue will be what club he was playing for. Cheese has got it.
Okay, fine.
No, wait.
Yeah, I think Cheese is first, isn't it?
Suddenly everyone got it. Suddenly.
Watford, then Liverpool's always going to help. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it's quite interesting that 201 games he played without getting booked in the Premier League. I suspect he was probably booked in the old Division 1, to be fair, but...
It's crazy.
Right, let's get on with it. Which Italian team went unbeaten for a whole Serie A season but didn't win the title? That can't possibly happen very often, can it?
Oh.
Surely.
No, I had a good look for this to make sure there was no, I don't think there was any others. I don't know if there's any Italian people. Has someone got it?
Adam's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah. So did Adam Google that quicker than Lax? That's the question. Lax was beaten just, as was Ristic. There's a few too many draws in that one, though, I think.
Which is the only team to have achieved Champions League qualification from the Premier League with a negative goal difference?
Lee's straight in with that one. Yep, that's answered already.
Yeah.
Okay, already got it. So that's the end of the first round. Are you in a position to do a quick summary of the scores, Con? Or
do you want to wait until the start of section 2?
Maybe in the start of the second section, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right. Thanks everyone for joining in. Con will give an update on the scores at the start of part 2. So we'll just go through the rest of the FAs, continue the review. While Con's totting up there, I'll kick things off with what is my current FA, the Twilight FA.
All right, nice. Let's see how you did.
I did pretty well, but absolutely nowhere near the title. I was never in the title race, and to be honest, I'm not sure anyone else was except for Rico. Rico just dominated this season, got off to a really good start. I don't think anyone was really catching him. And obviously bashed loads of goals in, didn't concede many, comfortably best goal difference. Don't think you can really argue with that. It's a very, very well deserved title. So congratulations to Rico. I was probably lucky to get second, to be honest. I had a good run towards the end of the season. I was fourth coming up into the last few games, but made a fairly good finish to the season, and stole second from Methos, who was second for quite some time with Smokers Athletic. And CSKA Sofia were the other contenders, really. But so we were a little bit clear of the other teams, and so we were all fairly comfortable in the SP Cup spots with maybe 4 games left. We all thought we'd probably made it, I think, by that point.
Suffolk United was that good, huh?
Yeah, they have got a very, very good side, and they've got one of Nick's old players that he loved, I think, Zajic, is that how you say it? The left winger. Very, very good player, and I hate playing him. He's just dangerous all the time, so he always scores against me.
29 wins in such a big FA.
Yeah, it's a pretty competitive division, this one as well. So that is, complete domination. I don't think anyone's won the title by that kind of margin before. So you just got to take your hat off and say it's fully deserved. I was pretty pleased to get second in the end. As I say, I was sort of more around fourth most of the time, and it's pretty tight between us three. Werder Leverkusen came on fairly strong at the end. Almost in Everton with negative goal difference there, and snuck into the Champions League. Black Sails are always around this part of the table. They were never far off. Same with Edinburgh Lions and Pepelazzi. So it's quite a consistent division, this one, actually. There's a lot of these teams that do pretty well, but do pretty well on a consistent basis, and it goes in cycles. For example, I think Blades won it a few seasons ago, and they rebuilding with some young players, so maybe they'll expect to be getting a bit higher, and teams like Harriers are not bad side. There's quite a few there, and I was surprised to see Wolf, who are usually fairly comfortable in the division. They've slipped through. It's getting very and Gansito.
I'm sad to see the 2 Greek teams are the ones that got relegated.
Yes.
Oh no, there's also a 3rd Greek team, the Smokers Athletic. Okay, so at least he kept the
flag flying, as it were. Yeah. So congratulations to Suffolk for their title, and well done to Smokers CSKA getting into the SP Cup. Let's see who's going to be joining us next season. It's already a pretty tough division, so hopefully it's not going to be too dangerous. People seem to be, people who get relegated in RFA as well seem to actually want to try and bounce back as well. So I really like that. And I know Villanella's went down, and they've come back up. So that's good. FC Stephen Hawking are the champions though, and they will be playing top flight football. Wedges winners. They've been in. I'm sure they've been in the top flight here and there as well. Madsen Hoops and VNO's the other teams coming up.
Yeah.
And Worthy Sports miss out by slenderest of margins, as you can see. Not by many at all. Fruit have been top flight side for ages, and they've only, they've not quite come up. So shows this is actually quite a strong second division here, I think. So well done to the promoted teams. Now let's see. Jumbo FC won the FA Cup last season, and I've stolen it this season. Yes, with a dirty penalty shootout win. This is actually quite an interesting game because it was one of those where you sort of knew. I've played Methos quite a few times, obviously, and if he scores first, I generally don't win. So I actually sort of went a little bit more defensive than I normally would in this game.
And you did your little research here, and
yeah, well, Methos is a tough opponent, and he's just quite. I find their team quite hard to break down, especially when he plays 5 at the back. So, so I just took a sort of quite early decision not to go too gung ho in this one. Make sure I didn't give any, or tried not to give anything away. Obviously, I still play a fairly attacking formation, but I didn't go overboard. I wouldn't say I was playing for penalties or anything. I was playing for it, try and sneak a 1-0 more than anything else. But so I'm pretty pleased with how that went. Obviously, just won the lottery of the penalty shootout. Really, could have gone Methos' way. Thankfully for me, went my way.
So how nice is it that it was Dino Baggio who scored it? No, I'm thinking about Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio, you remember he missed the penalty.
I do, yeah. In the
94.
I remember that. After dragging Italy single-handedly to the final, pretty much, wasn't it? I was pretty confident when he did go to penalties because I've got some good penalty takers. But it's always a bit of a lottery, isn't it? So I'm delighted with that. Oops, I'll just put back. Just check out who the semi-finalists were to give them a mention. Again, Suffolk United, as you'd expect, going a long way in the competition. And I had the surprise package in the semi-final. They were, I think, champions of Division 3, I believe. Division 4 even. So that's a cracking cup run from them to get to the semi-finals. So well done to them, even though they didn't quite make it. Community Trophy. Very much a bit of an unlucky nearly season for Methos this season. Obviously just missed out in the league, lost the cup final on penalties to me, and lost the other cup final to Travis. I think it's Travis who's Werder Neverlusen's manager. And I think it has to be said, he's pretty unlucky here. That's
one shot on target and it went in.
And just to rub it in is a penalty as well by the look of it. So when it's not your day, that's a pretty harsh one. So pretty tough to take, but hopefully Methos can take the positives from what's been a very, very strong season for him, even if he hasn't managed to get any trophies, which he certainly deserved this one, I think it's fair to say. I think my final against him was pretty even, but he's a bit unlucky there, I think it's fair to say. And Travis obviously sat on his goal when so that's fair enough. You get into the lead, you do your best to defend it. So it's playing 5 at the back's never a bad idea when you're trying to defend a lead against a side that's outplaying you. Perhaps it looked there. So
what I took out of all this FA is that Suffolk United is a very good team. Huh?
Very
How
good,
did I miss that before? Yeah, very good.
Yeah, no, he's built himself a really good side actually, and they've been quite prominent in the inter FA comps as well. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah, pretty. Oh, this is the new FA. Sorry, I get confused with the. So the early evening FA for anyone. That's one of the new FAs, guys. If you aren't aware of that, so that's free. That's there to join if anyone wants to do that. Same with the late evening FA. So I'll try and remember not to click on that one as well. Right, Primetime FA, which I think we could all argue is the strongest league, I believe, in rep. And Dueling Dragons, which is Andy's team, have won the league. I think they have won it before, but I think Lisbon Lions won it last season. So congratulations to Andy. 10-point victory as well. So that's that's a good effort. I think he'll be pretty happy with that. Strong division, this one, 80 points in strong division. It's a pretty good effort. Vultures they've been second again. A lot. I'm sure they've finished runners-up or third quite a few times. I'm not sure they've managed to snatch the title, but they're always there or thereabouts. I think they've been pretty unlucky and just finished second. You know, someone has a better season than you, but they're always consistently right up there.
It's not like they're losing always to the same person. It's just that sometimes there's always someone
has that better season. Yeah. So they've been there or thereabouts quite a lot. So maybe not quite as many as I thought, but definitely a couple of runners up there, a third. So
he's up there. He's always up there. Yeah.
Certainly always up there. Just pop back in. Primetime FA. Right. Yes. Sorry. Carrying on. Big congratulations to Kev. Stromerville back in the SP Cup. It's been a few seasons for him, I think. And he had a very strong season, and I think he was challenger for the league. And unfortunately for him, coincided with going away. I don't know if he was on holiday, but he was definitely away for a week or so, right at the business end of the season, and probably cost him his chance of the title. I don't know what the state of play was at the time when he left, but I know he said he had a real chance of it. So probably be a bit disappointed that it happened to be the time he's going away. Legendary Croata, they definitely won the league before, and they were usually up there. Hakuna Matata and Huish, strong sides, just missing out. Bruce Your Teeth, definitely previous SP Cup winners. This league is strong all the way down. The champions finished 13th.
Imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I think Chelsea finished about 10th of years ago after winning the league, didn't they? But so it does happen. Lisbon and I expect Leicester are probably. Where did they finish? Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they're rebuilding. That could be an explanation for that, or maybe they're just. It's just because it's such a tough division. You get a few bits of good luck, a few bits of bad luck, and it makes about 10 positions different. So I think I found that when I was in. EFA, which is the predecessor before the restructure, and a few little bits of bad luck, and you could lose 7 or 8 positions. It's such a tight league, so I think
that's very true. Yeah,
strong all the way down, and some strong sides going down there. Smelling Mistakes, Robert FC Arnhem, Saltier Sharks, and Kabaddi. I mean, Kabaddi, obviously, maybe they've gone a bit inactive, so you wouldn't expect them to be struggling quite as much. But I know these sides are all been top division teams, so it's just shows how strong this league is. Definitely, I think the strongest in the strongest FA overall, and it has a hell of a lot of depth. Whole 10 divisions. It takes a lot to get in the top division here. Even being in the top division is an effort, I think.
Yeah.
So. These guys don't know what's going to hit them when they go up this season. Legoin, what do you think? Legoin Granata?
Legion. I don't know. Yeah.
We'll go with that. That sounds better. They've comfortably won the title. It'll be interesting to see how they go next season in PTFA 1. OSEF, London Underdogs, and Roots United.
Okay.
Go up, and Fat and Furious just miss out. Rizzler were a top flight team till
Rizzler's in Division 2. I think
they went youth, so they're obviously rebuilding. So they'll probably be hoping to maybe make the step next season. So it'd be interesting to see. But it shows how strong it is. There's some really good sides in this division, and this is Division 2. And I know it's Tino won his last game to avoid relegation, so it's good. Well done, Tino. So that's PTFA 2. Well done to everyone coming up into the top league. Let's have a look, see hell of a season for Lisbon Lions last year, as you can see. See how they did in the FA Cup. Oh, double for Dueling Dragons, and double runners-up for Vultures. So, disappointing for him, I'm sure, but Andy will be delighted with that. Looks like a pretty tight game, could have gone either way. To say Andy went defensive at the end is an understatement. Is that defending your lead? I like it.
And Vultures went full offense. So.
Yeah, that's what it's what you'd expect when you're in a cup final. You see a team going very defensive. I always find it surprising when you don't see that when someone's winning and you don't see someone's just throwing the kitchen sink at it. You got to try, haven't you? 1-1 first half, and then they've made their subs, and it looks like Vultures actually got their noses in front here, but Julian Dragons turned it around and then sat on it. Basically, that's what's happened here, I think. So congratulations to Andy. Unlucky to Gabriel. Hakuna Matata, who
finished
fifth.
third or fourth.
No, they finished fifth.
Fifth.
So they just missed out in the cup as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to look this one up though, because I don't recognise this. So this could be a cup run. Yeah, third in PTFA 3, and they've got to the semi-final of the one of the toughest cup competitions. So that's a cracking effort from them, and promotion to celebrate as well. So good season for them. Okay.
How did Lisbon do this time here? Let's see. Oh, I don't see them anywhere.
No. So obviously an early round exit in that one. Let's check the community trophy. Gabriel got something out of it. You won the community trophy. So
he beats Torino.
And again, really tight. Really tight game. Torino always good side defensively, as are Vultures actually. So it's quite a not a massive surprise to see a really tight game here. Vultures turn to get the goal, and late on looks like they maybe sat on it a little bit, went defensive, and saw out the game. Not that many chances created. So congratulations to Gabriel for that one. Unlucky to Torino. We'll just see who just missed out on the finals this time, shall we? Nottingham Forest, who I think just avoided relegation in the top flight. So then, good cup run as well. Legendary Croata took a bit of a beating there, but they've got the SP Cup to fall back on, so they probably won't be too disappointed with their season. Right, that's.
It's probably also the hardest FA to win, huh? Because,
it is.
FA Cup, because there's so many teams. It's like a
must be a lot of rounds in that competition.
Mini 90 MF thing.
Yeah. So it must be close to 200 teams. It was pretty much a full league, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Watershed FA. Costa's team, Eusebio. I think they retained the title. Did they win it last season? Yes, they did. So congratulations to them. Never easy to retain a title. I think that as well as Rico and Rossoneri, that's 3 teams that retained the title, and Neos Cosmos, so 4. So some big teams emerging, doing really well. So congratulations to Costa. I don't think this is the only thing he won either. So cracking season for him. ACF Fiorentina runners up. Good to see them going well. Stellar Stars and Maradona 10 into the SP Cup. Sporting Estima have been won the SP Cup a few seasons back, and they just missed out this time. Real Turgid and River Park FC were not a million miles off either. So pretty competitive division.
I'd say
this one again.
Usual suspects as always, I think.
So some good sides all the way down there. I mean, a couple of decent sides going down there. So it's let's see who's coming up. Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Garbage Pail Kids are the champions of Division 2. Real El Madrid, Scally, good title race in this one. Real El Madrid, Scallywags, and Murder on Zidane's Floor are the 4 teams going up, and fairly comfortably. Legend of Rom Burgundy may have had a sniff at one point, by the look of it, but a little way back to Gulpasanti and Toulouse. But
there are some big teams here as well. Huh? Look at who missed out. Expected Toulouse, Sopranos, Dynamo Pathetic. So.
All 3 previous top flight sides, aren't they? So it's I think. I think you can go all the way down there. Actually,
there's a club called Bulgaria. Let's check that out. Did he manage to do one mission, or is he missing any players?
Let's have a look.
He still has a long way to go.
He's got discipline problems as well. Okay. So congratulations to those guys for they'll be in the top flight. I think all the evening FAs have got some good depth, so getting into the top division is no mean feat. FA Cup, the holders were Croydon, and he's done the double. Maradona 10 are another big side, so this looks like this isn't a defensive final. Look at these chances. So you can tell the difference between philosophies in these teams, can't you? 5-4 to Eusebio in this one. Very much could have gone either way by the look of it. And two late goals for Eusebio have won it for him. By the look of it. So I think Maradona had their noses in front here, 4-3. So 88th, 91st minute. A nice way to win it. I'm sure Maradona will be very disappointed, but congratulations, Costa. Well done. Legend of Ron Burgundy dispatched in the semi-final, as well as Failsworth Town. Failsworth, they are top division sides, so it's all top division sides into the semi-final there. Okay.
No. Burgundy was Division 2, right?
Was it? Oh, yeah, my mistake.
And he missed out for a little bit.
He did. Yes, he missed out on the promotion spot by one, didn't he? So pretty good season though, semi-final, and just missing out. He'll hope to go one better next time. Finally, community trophy. Garbage Pail Kids take it over Fiorentina.
Okay,
and
not
they
bad.
won.
These are the guys
Division
who
2.
won
So they're going to be strong next season. You would suspect if they can win the cup as well as beating the team that was second in the top division in a very even game. So it wasn't what you call a shock. So well done to Garbage Pail Kids, who dispatched Blackfish in the semi-final. That is.
Oh no. Black Sail, just Chris.
Yes, that's right. I think he was sixth in my division, Chris. So he just missed out on the SP Cup. Real Munster have lost the other semi-final, but that's a great effort from Division 4. Looks like they'll be in Division 3 next season. So good cup run as well, which is always good for your reputation. Never does you any harm at all. Okay, final part of the roundup. Night Owl FA. Division 1, TJ Wanderers won it last season, but they were beaten to the title by Railpool United this year. So congratulations to Railpool. They've still actually got a game left. And TJ has to settle for second spot this time. White Walkers and Spurs FC take the SP Cup spots. Again, like one of the other divisions, I think there's a few inactive E sides down the bottom by the look of it, judging by the goal difference. Or maybe they're just youth type teams, but usually it's you find it's a fairly inactive side when you see this kind of goal difference. But then again, if a side's come up and they're just struggling against the big teams, that can happen as well, I guess. But yeah, well done to the top four. Unlucky to LFC, Amigo, Revelona. Info for all.
I think this FA is getting more active and more competitive. It's getting more and more users. I mean, so I think it's all the way down to Division 6. I mean, it used to be one of the smallest FAs, and now it's
So hopefully hopefully we'll get more and more competitive as it goes. FCU 250k gone up.
Wow, it's a big difference.
Fairly comfortably by the look of it there. Probably a few inactive sides in this division, judging by the number of games played. But I think in this the Night Owl FA is the exception in that it spans such a wide time zone, doesn't it? So it's easier for teams to miss each other in this. So hopefully in the future, when we get more users, we'll be able to narrow that, and that won't happen quite so much. Well, congratulations to Nephilim Thessalonica. Is that right? Thessalonica?
Yeah.
And Czechoslovakia, who have gone up. And finally, the FA Cup. Railpool were the holders, but TJ has won the league, won the cup to make up for his league disappointments. Fairly one-sided game, not massively, but just I think deserved winners is a fair comment.
Yeah, and he had some complications there. He had some injuries, so yeah.
Yep. So just after his injury, he scored, and then another minor injury, but he hadn't used his subs, so it's not a disaster when that happens. As long as the worst time is when you've just used your third sub, isn't it? That's the worst time for it to happen. Well done to TJ for winning the cup. NYLA, unlucky to Gravelona, I should say. NYLA and White Walkers miss out in the semi-final. They're all top division sides, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was the cup, wasn't it? The community trophy. So cup double for TJ Wanderers. So that will, I'm sure that will make up a bit for his disappointment in the league. Again, looks a fairly deserved victory. Needed one in injury time to. Did this go to extra time? I think it did. Yes, it did.
Okay.
So difficult to know how the game went. Not seen any sending offs. White Walker's a bit unlucky with an early injury by the look of it. Other than that, a couple of late goals, and then TJ has won it in extra time and made certain basically in the last minute of extra time. So congratulations to TJ for his cup double. Robin Me Blind and Gravelona again into a good cup run for them. Just missed out on penalties. So
I think Robin Me Blind is Division 2 or not. Let me.
No, they did struggle in Division 1, and I didn't know they had an all.
Okay.
Oh, I like it when we come across all One Nation sides. Not quite in this case. He's got to get rid.
Scottish guy.
He's got to get rid of these two. He's got to get rid of those two, and then he qualifies. Right. So I do like to see the One Nation sides in there. Right. So that is the roundup done. We'll quickly round up the cup competitions afterwards as well, but that doesn't take too long at all. So let's get on with part 2 of the quiz. Perhaps a quick points update before we move on to it.
Yeah, I have it ready. Okay, so standings. So we have Cheese and Adam with 2 points, and then we have Woody, Clinical, Rabbit, Kilimandros, Mr. G, Lax, Ristic 2, and Lee with 1 point each.
So it's tight and all to play for. Okay, over to you, Nick. Part 2.
Okay, so this round is general knowledge about international football in real life. Let's just get straight into it. So the first question is name a team that has won a World Cup finals match by 7 clear goals. There's quite a few answers to this one. And Brazil isn't one of them. But there's quite a lot of other countries that are.
I haven't got the answers in front of me, so you just have to let me know when you see it. I know I did the question, but I can't actually remember all the answers.
Okay. Yeah, my internet's...
Let me check.
struggled. You're going to have to check on because I've...
Yeah, but give me a second because also my internet.
Okay, I've got them now.
Okay.
Hopefully I see them in the same order as...
Right.
Oh, okay. So...
There's lots of answers going by, Nick.
Germany was one of them.
Okay, right, I'm going to go to the top of these, even though we're scrolling, so that we can get right. So, Brazil, Germany, Argentina, Holland. I don't know if any of those were. England wasn't. Uruguay might have been, I believe. Is that right, Nick?
Germany was versus Saudi Arabia.
Right, so Germany was, so that's 1 to Adam.
Okay. You mentioned Uruguay.
Uruguay is Clinical Daz, and I'm pretty sure they are one of them.
Yeah. That was Clinical, then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I believe Scotland is correct. Perhaps you can confirm that, Nick, but I've got a feeling Scotland was one of them.
No, it's not correct. But Hungary is. Hungary was twice, actually. Versus El Salvador and versus South Korea. So Hungary's on the list. Is that Rogue?
No, Adam got it first. Adam got it before.
Let me see though, because okay, we'll give it to him
Yep.
because he was just one after the other one. So,
Yeah, but Adam's got it first. So
but he did get it first. Yeah.
yeah. Let's have a
Johnny
look.
Bray has got one for Poland.
Yep.
Poland versus Haiti. All right, I think there's still some more though.
Right, we're just scrolling down. Let's have a look.
Who got Poland first? Because I see a lot of Poland.
Johnny Bray, I think, wasn't it?
Johnny.
Johnny Bray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yugoslavia might have won one, was it, from memory?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I believe
I'm
Alan
just trying to see
Alan
if you've got
T
it.
was the
Alan?
one to get that, I think. I don't think anyone's got that before him.
Alan. Okay.
We got any more left? Mr. G says Turkey, which
Yeah.
rings a bell to me as well. Is that right?
Yeah, Turkey
No,
is on the list, but
Lax got that first. Lax got Turkey first.
I think there's still more.
Is there more?
Who said South Korea? Jazzy.
Yeah, I think Jazzy says South Korea first, if that's one of them.
Sorry,
It isn't.
it isn't.
Sweden might be. Diego 10.
Sweden is.
Sweden was. Yep.
So that goes to Diego. Am I?
How many left, Nick?
And there's still one. There's one left. Oh no,
Uh,
there isn't. I can see at least
Czechoslovakia.
Portugal.
Portugal. Okay.
Portugal was the last one versus North Korea, and I think it might be Diego 10 that got it first, but I'm just double checking.
Diego
Yeah,
got
that's
Sweden
right.
as well.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else has got Portugal there. Okay.
We won't. No other questions with so many answers again. That was
Yeah.
too hard to
That's just too
Oof.
many, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's-
All right, you got them all, Com? I'm going to paste the answers in
just-
now. Pretty sure none were missed. So the answers are coming in now, hopefully. If my internet will allow it. Oh, yep, it's come through. Oh, let me know if you can't hear me, guys, at any point, because I'm just done the ping test. I'm over 1,000 millisecond ping, so I wouldn't be surprised if nothing works.
So
got,
Adam's saying he got Sweden. Did he get it before? Who got the point for Sweden?
Sweden went to Diego, but I don't know who got Portugal. Can't remember.
Adam. It looks like Diego just beat you to Sweden, I'm afraid.
Diego got Portugal as well.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So you got Sweden and Portugal. Okay. Fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah. Wow. That was very tough.
Okay, let's get on with it so we don't take all night. So the next question is, which player only played in one European Championships finals but scored 9 goals?
I'm expecting someone to get this fairly quickly. I thought someone would get this straight away, actually, but it's not happening. You'll all know him.
I know. Yeah, I'm not sure if a clue is
There we
needed
go.
here or not. It's
Lax has got it.
okay.
Michel Platini.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Which team once made the quarterfinals of a World Cup without actually winning a game, other than, of course, in penalty shootouts? Did my answer, Steve, not come through on the chat to everybody, or?
No, it came through. Yeah, it's there.
Okay, everybody's just thought there'd be more answers. These ones only got one answer to these questions.
Okay.
All right. Adams
Yep.
said Ireland. Is he the first? Let me just scroll up. Yeah, Republic of Ireland was the answer, and I think he is the first person to say it. I love the way
Yes.
a lot of people have been in England, and to be quite honest, it wouldn't surprise me. No, Jazzy got it first.
Oh, really?
It is not. He spelled it incorrectly, but I think it's clear who he means. So Adam is getting unlucky here. He keeps getting the right answer.
Yes, I see it.
He keeps being second. So Jazzy's got that one.
Jazzy, okay.
Okay, next question. In 2002, which team scored 66 goals in World Cup qualifying, but failed to qualify for the finals? And I don't, unfortunately, my ping is too slow now. Somebody else might have to type that question in because I've just lost I've just lost all connectivity.
Okay, you're missing the question. Huh? I'll do it.
Yeah, I didn't get to paste it because my ping's over 1,000 milliseconds at the moment. Sorry, I've got it through now. It's just gone through now.
Well, impressively, Rabbit's got it because he obviously heard the question before the answer. Before it actually got typed. So Rabbit's claimed this one already.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Let's get the answer in.
If you need any help, tell me, Nick.
Yeah. Okay, I think they're coming through. They're coming through for me anyway. I don't know if they're coming through.
Yeah, I'm seeing them. But maybe type before you say it significantly.
I'm just going to paste them in now. Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to appear for me before So it's coming through. Hopefully, somebody else might have to take over pasting the questions in.
We'll do that for section 3 then. Maybe.
I can't.
I'll do it. Nick, shall I do it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, but it doesn't all fit in one. Wait, so we lost the 3 last letters. That's soil in the end. Okay, so Bobby Moore captained England to World Cup success on home soil in 1966. Since then, name a player that has captained his country to win the World Cup final on foreign soil. So that should say foreign soil.
You can just paste the rest of the question in, Carl.
Yeah.
Just paste the last bit. And
no, I just put multiple asterisks. It didn't mean to be a swear word.
Right. You're going to have to start noting the answers then, gents.
Okay.
Okay, well, we've got a lot of answers here, huh? Okay.
Dunga is one of them.
Yeah. And Lahm, I believe, is one of them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Zoff isn't. Ronaldo isn't. Deschamps isn't.
No, Deschamps won it on home soil, so.
Zidane isn't. Oh, sorry, Zoff is one of them. My bad. The list is too big again, guys. You've got too many answers here. It's really hard to micromanage. Zoff is one of them. So there's one.
Who got Zoff?
Cannavaro is one of them.
Cannavaro went to Diego, right? Oh, no, Lee. Lee got Cannavaro. Okay. So Lee got Cannavaro.
Yep.
And...
do you want to know who got the others?
Cafu.
Who got Zoff?
Right, I'll read them out. Adam got Dunga.
Okay.
Rabbit got Lahm.
Okay.
Adam's got Zoff as well.
Oh, okay.
Lee M has got Cannavaro.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbit's gone for Puyol, who I think... Is that right? I'm not sure.
Let me check.
Might be.
No.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
it isn't.
Who we got next?
Cafu was already got taken, right? He is one of them, but
I believe Adam's got Maradona.
Cafu
It
is one of them.
should be one of them as well. Maradona's one, is it not?
yes, correct.
So, despite Adam's appalling spelling, we'll give him Maradona. Rabbit's got Cafu, yeah. Is that all of them?
And Casillas
Almost
is one
there.
of them.
Casillas for Rabbit, yeah.
Casillas went to Rabbit.
There's
Yeah.
Okay.
two more. There's still two more. I think, did I see?
We might have them. Right, so I'll read some out that I can't remember the
Who
answer.
got Maradona?
Pele, Beckenbauer, Kaká, Ronaldo, Alonso, Zidane, Roberto Carlos, Cannavaro, Zidane, Mateus.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Right, Diego
Look how
Ten's got
Mateus.
Mateus. Then we got
Which
Maradona,
leaves one. There's one
Xavi,
left.
Lundberg, Zoff,
No.
Neuer. Is Neuer one of them? Diego Ten?
No.
No.
Do we need
Uh,
a clue?
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and check maybe. The last one is
Rogue Halligan is saying
Brazilian.
Mateus, right?
No, someone got
that's-
Mateus well before that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
you can type. There's
Yeah, I see. Diego got Mateus. Yeah.
Yeah,
last one
Diego
is-
got Mateus, yeah.
Diego got Mateus. Yeah.
you can type the clue in maybe because I can't do it. The last one is Brazilian.
Okay. Let me.
Diego said Romario. I'm not sure who
No.
the answer is here, but just to say. Diego saying Tafarel.
No. Carlos Alberto.
Yes.
Tino got it.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
That's correct.
Yep,
Okay.
Tino's got it. Carlos Alberto.
Oh, that was epic.
Right. So
Okay, that's the end of
basically,
the
we
round.
got to learn that too many answers is never good. Okay. Right. Lots of points going around there. Is that the last one of this section, Nick, or is there more?
Yep, it's the last one of this section. Yep.
Right. So you can have a little lie down and tot up the scores then, and Con and I will quickly go through the final part of the review.
2, 5, 6. Yeah. And I'm just adding them now. And we're good. So Adam is leading with 7 points. And then it's Rabbit with 4.
Okay. All right. So perhaps put a score update when we start part 3,
Yeah.
just so everyone knows where we are. Okay.
I'll do that now.
Okay. Sure. Right. We'll finish. We'll
Oh,
get
no,
on the
I mean,
review. Right.
Hello?
you get on with it. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We'll finish off the review because we're running over time. So it's only a quick one for the. These are the for those who aren't aware. These are the Inter FA Cups. So a lot of big club. Everyone in the game world is in the 90-minute Fever Cup, and it's a massive competition now. Obviously, the Cup Holders Cup is for the cup teams that win the 2 domestic cups in each FA, and the Samparel Cup is, you've heard me speak about that quite a bit, is for the top 4 teams who for each FA who qualify for that. I was lucky enough to win it last time, and I've managed to sneak it again. So,
No way.
I know.
Well done.
Yeah, you can't see me at the moment, but I've got a really smug grin on my face. But yes.
Look at that. It happened against Balkan, huh? Who finished 8th.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, Darko did log in to play this because
okay.
he obviously hasn't been logging in that much, so he's sold a few players. So it was easier than it would have been against his full side. I would say he may be favourite, and I think his side may be stronger before he sold some of his players. But yeah, I think as far as the game went itself, I deserved to win. Pretty happy with that. Funnily enough, Piola got injured first half, and my other very good striker who I brought on is the guy who got the goals. So
He's the guy you brought in? Okay, super.
So I'm pretty happy with that. So obviously
He wanted to prove himself.
He did, yes.
That's why.
To be fair, he starts some of the games anyway, so it's sort of I'd sort of rotate the three to an extent. So yeah, really pleased with that. It's always pretty.
And then
nice.
You went slow, huh? You went slow, but you didn't necessarily go defensive. Although you did.
I went more defensive formation, but I didn't because I was quite on top, and because Darko hadn't gone overly attacking or anything like that, I didn't want to completely ruin the balance. If he'd have started really dominating, I think I would have tried to shut up even more. I was saving my third sub in case he made a really late comeback or something like that, and so obviously pretty happy with that, retaining the SP Cup.
Well done. It's amazing.
Thank
you.
How
many
other
people have done this?
I don't think anyone's retained it before. So, and I think
someone has done a back-to-back, but I don't know if it was with the SP Cup. Maybe it was with the 90MF.
You might be right. You might be right.
Yeah, it's in the 90MF. It's Daring Dynamos and Borussia Teeth.
Yes, I've happened a couple of times on that one. So, yeah, I mean, you need a bit of luck to go your way, and I definitely had some luck. It just happened. So I won in the first round on penalties, for example. So
wow! Yeah. Imagine, huh?
Yeah, I know. So I was nearly out of it straight away, and then I had tough draw against Maradona. Another tough draw against Sporting Estima. So you only get tough draws in this competition,
and you
obviously.
kicked out Eusebio as well.
I mean, unfortunately, I couldn't get on for this game, but it's my fault, not Costa's.
Yeah.
So he was a bit unlucky in this game, if I remember. He like I say, he probably is a bit unlucky not to win that one.
You definitely needed some luck in this campaign.
Yes, definitely. But I think you do to win the big competitions, especially when they're knockout. You just need things to go your way. And I think Awoken Giants were pretty unlucky against Balkan in the semi-final as well. So maybe both finalists were a little bit fortunate. But obviously I'll take it. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, of course.
You don't expect to win the SP Cup, especially.
Well done. This is the third time. I think you're leading the most titles, the most SP titles now.
Yes, very very pleased with myself. So moving on to the Cup Holders Cup. Balkan holders to that one. And Julian Dragons completing what was pretty much a stellar season for them. They won the double in their FA. And Demolition, to be fair, in the Cup Holders Cup final. I think it's probably, they've scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, and that does make a massive difference to a game, doesn't it? So they've won in the first half, and clearly.
No, I can see Croydon try to make.
That's the thing. It's a cup game, isn't it? You can't just accept losing 2-0. You've got to go for it, haven't you? And that's what he's done. So I don't.
He went drastic 3 subs in the first half.
Yeah, I don't exactly. When things are going against you, you've got to try something. Hasn't worked in this case, but at least he's given himself the chance. So I actually don't mind what he's done there at all. It hasn't worked, but. If you don't try anything and just let the game carry on, then you still weren't going to win it. So I think AJ's probably done the right thing there and just thought, well, I may as well go for it. Just hasn't worked out for him against what is a really strong opponent. Obviously, you've seen how well they've done this season.
He's very strong, very strong. Yeah.
So congratulations to Andy. Balkan again in the business end of it. AJ is snuck through on penalties there. Against Balkan, just are a good side, so obviously you know it's going to happen. Yeah. They've got an early lead. Balkan have got back into it, but they've held their nerve for the shootout. So got to the final, and we'll have a look at the other semi-final because these are the big competitions. There's Rico again. So Andy's had to beat some good sides to win this one, so it's fair play. Nothing in this game actually, but 2 early goals. That's key, and obviously he's got another one. Well, he's been pushing on, but.
He lost Souness in the first minute. Well, okay.
Yeah. So so he'd be very very pleased with that, I'm sure. Okay. And finally, and I think you could probably argue that this one is the toughest cup to win. So Control Italy and their unbelievable season last season won this as well. And
don't tell me it's you again.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I came anywhere near anything in this competition. I was out really early in this one. I think,
There's Eusebio. There's Eusebio.
Yeah, so Costa. Sorry, carry on, Com.
No, I was just saying he's got such a strong team.
Yeah, very very strong side. I agree. And he's had pretty much a fantastic season, hasn't he? Probably not. The scoreline's harsh on TJ, but he's edged it, I think, just about Eusebio. TJ's attacked as you should attack when you're behind. So that's what you expect, isn't it? Late goal for Eusebio's put a big loss on the scoreline, but. I think he's probably edged it. I think so. He'd be pretty pleased with himself.
Eusebio started with a penalty as well.
Yep.
So, although,
tough to come back from 2 early goals, as we already discussed.
He won 5-2, so it's not like, he was well deserved, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So, congratulations, Costa, having a cracking season. Let's see who went out and say, well, some goals in this game. Look at that one. We've got to have a look at that, haven't we? 7-3. Hell of a first half. There are two pretty attacking sides, so you'd expect some goals. TJ has shut up shop after towards the end,
and
probably realising
missed
penalty as well. Clearly 2 attacking sides, but a good start for TJ, and he's held on to it in this early part of the second half. He obviously got something right tactically, or maybe Suffolk tried something that went wrong tactically, and
something happened.
Bang. Yeah, exactly. That's where the game was won by the look of it. So that's we'll go into the final.
Nice match.
Yeah, still get the odd big score in there, don't you? And Torino, another side who've done well in this season. They. Bit unlucky actually. So swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Costa was unlucky to lose to me, but he looks like he's been a little bit lucky to beat Torino here. So it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? He had an injury in extra time as well, so he probably had to shut up a little bit after that, I guess. So yeah, well done, Costa. He's won that trophy. So. I am conscious of the time, so we're running 10 minutes over. So let's get on with the third part of the quiz. If you want to pop the scores in, Con.
Yes. So I'll do that.
Sorry. All right, thanks,
I'm
Nick.
Good.
Okay.
I hope I'm good. I've tethered my mobile. To my desktop to use my 3G for the internet connection. So hopefully it'll take me through. There's the scores so far. So this last round, it's Who Am I questions. The answers are Reborn Legends that were added in this season. And we give 5 clues pretty quickly. And if you get the question after the first clue, you get 5 points. After the second clue, 4 points. And if you get it up, and so on. If you get it after the last clue, it's 1 point. So let's get on with it. So the very first one, it's Who Am I? After I retired, I was appointed as manager of my country's national beach soccer team. That's the first clue.
Yep. So the quicker you get these, the more points you get. But they're pretty tough after the first question, unless you're lax for some reason, like last time. Okay.
Do this with some promptness. Right. Second clue.
So everyone, because I'm seeing Pelé there. It's from the guys that we added this season.
Yep. So the Reborn Legends that are coming in this season. So the 15-year-old youths that everyone's been signing over the last week. The answers are all someone in there.
Okay. The second clue, if you missed it, was I've represented 2 nations at international level. So it is true that Monty has, but he didn't manage his country's national beach soccer team. So it's we've got to meet all the clues.
Okay. Let's have another one then.
So the next clue is I'm the only player to have won the Golden Boot Award at both the Under-21 World Cup and the FIFA World Cup at senior level. Yeah, and Rich has got it. The answer is Oleg Salenko. So he gets...
That's worth 3 points.
3 points.
Yeah, well done, Rich. He's put himself right in it there with that answer.
Rich used to be a past winner, right? past quiz master?
I don't know if Rich
No?
has. I don't think Rich has won it. I know Jens has won it a few times. And
Jens. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know if Jens is on tonight because he's usually quite active. Is he there?
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't look like he's there. So he can't get his cue back this month.
Well, you might be able to. You just he's still got time.
Yeah, he
If
comes
he
in
logs
late.
in now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next one. Who am I? I'm a FIFA ambassador to SOS Children's Villages. The restaurant I own has been awarded with a Michelin star. My brother was kidnapped with a ransom of $600,000 and he was never found, unfortunately. I wonder if we need to type in that all the answers are only the Reborn Legends that were added this month.
Yes, guys, it's only Reborn Legends, huh?
Yep.
It's one of those 100.
After retiring from football...
Ristic got it.
Okay.
He's got it before the clues come out. So that last clue came out. So he got it after the kidnapped clue.
So that's that was the third clue. So that's 3 points for him.
Correct. Yeah. Okay, let's just keep going. So the next one, who am I? I stopped playing professional football before I hit 30. That's what it says. That would be 30 years of age, just in case you don't speak English as your native language, as your first language. I was regarded as a big talent when I was a kid. Mark Hughes called me a flying machine. I'm not sure if Mark Hughes was about to call these guys a flying machine. Especially just Fontaine. I turned down an offer from Milan at the age of 16.
Adam's got it.
Adam has got it.
There we go, Adam. Yeah.
Everyone's favourite Championship Manager player.
Yes, that was the next clue.
Is that again 3 points?
That's again 3 points, yeah. And that was
Adam who's leading, I think. So
this is interesting because he has 10 points. So there's 2 remaining questions. So if you get them immediately, anyone can still get it. That's what I'm trying to say. You just have to be very fast in your next 2 questions.
Okay, so the next one, who am I? I've made my living in Italy, Turkey, Russia, Japan, Brazil, Uzbekistan, Iraq, Qatar, Greece, and India.
Wow. It's just worth 5 points if you get it now.
I'll give an opportunity. We'll wait 10
yeah.
seconds. We'll wait 10 seconds extra than normal.
okay, I think clue 2.
I think that's enough. Sorry. So I'm the 5th highest scorer for my country.
Lax.
He's got 4 points, so he's not out of it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Lax wants to keep that cue.
Right, and the very last question.
1 second. Adam has 10 points. Lax has 7. Rabbit and Ristic 2 have 4 points. So it's either Lax, if Lax gets it, or who did I say? Yeah. So it's either Lax or Adam now. Okay.
But anyone can answer.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so the last question, who am I? During World War II, I was stationed in North Africa. I represented the army team and played football against Egyptian actor Omar Sharif.
Wow.
Lax got it. It's Tom.
Wow, so that's Lax. It went to Lax in the end. What a comeback. That's worth 5 points. So Lax goes to 12 and Adam stays at 10.
This is Lax's round, the Reborn Legends round.
This is Lax territory. Yeah.
Nicely done, Lax. That is a good little comeback at the end there. So I think he sits all evening, maybe reading through Reborn Legends. See, that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do if you want to win this quiz and get that Q as your status icon. All right, so congratulations, Lax. Hard luck, Adam. Great effort there. That's almost got that Q icon. Hopefully, can go close next month. Thank you, everybody, for getting involved in the quiz. And I know we're 15 minutes over here, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you.
Just do a few quick updates, Steve, if that's all right.
Yeah, okay.
Just information people are aware of. So just quickly to mention that there's 2 new FAs added, just in case anybody isn't aware of that. I'm going to post on the Twitch stream just details about that. So if you just might want to read that and understand if it's in your best interest or not to move to one of those 2 new FAs. The other thing is there'll be another cup competition starting next month that you need to take action in order to qualify for, and if you're interested in playing in that extra cup, then you just want to read the information listed here about that. Also, there will be an update for next season, for next month. That will be happening tomorrow, and there's a number of updates and changes as part of that is going to have an impact on gameplay. Not drastic, but if you're serious about the game, you probably just want to have a quick read of these changes that are coming in very soon. And also, the game will be offline for a number of hours late tomorrow night for the just end of season finishing stuff to do with the season, as well as just their monthly maintenance that we carry out and various things. And the schedule for when the game will be unavailable is listed here if you're curious to know more about that. So that's it, Steve.
Great. Right. Thanks for that. So thank you, Nick. Thanks for that update. As Nick said, check the forum. Pretty much everything Nick's just said there is probably on there. So please do take a look and make sure you know what's coming. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for everyone who joined in the quiz. Yeah, great. We'll see you next season.